It is now 3 p.m. where I am, and Manchester United has just played around 12 hours ago. And I know this is late like the last video, but this time it wasn't because of me sleeping. It was, some problem with my phone, but it's all done now. And I kind of wanted to keep the hours the same. They played 12 hours ago at 3 a.m. in my time, and they finished around 5 a.m. And yeah, also I thought the last game was the last game of this year for Manchester United, but it turns out there was another game played today on the 31st of December where I am. Yeah, another video for this year, and it was a game in Old Trafford where Manchester United win against Burnley 3-1 with a goal from McTominay, Ronaldo, and an own goal by Burnley, and a goal from Lennon. Yeah, a lot of changes since the last game, the last horrible game, so changes were bound to be made. Luke Shaw and Aaron Ramsdale played for the first time under RALF, and the front line of Ronaldo and Cavani, experienced, deadly, and they played really, really well. In fact, it was the easiest match of this season for Manchester United. It was easily the easiest. Burnley was absolutely terrible, yet they still scored a goal. Lennon, his first goal since 2018, by the way. Yeah, and the struggles Burnley had was because they were too respectful to us. They were too scared. They dropped too deep, and you can see it from the very first goal when there was just too much space in the middle. We were usually forced wide, and we had wide players, but we were just so open in the middle. McTominay proved that, and McTominay scored our first goal. Brilliant goal by him from outside the box. And yeah, he played really high the whole game, first half, second half. And yeah, he even had the attempt in the second half, similar to the first half, which I think in the first half he had twice. Yeah, he had twice. The first goal and the third goal was his shot from outside the box, and also he had one that led to a great save from Wayne Hennessy. Wayne Hennessy is also a player who, I think it was his first game of this season. So yeah, he played really well. The only player other than Lennon who deserved any praise from Burnley, because honestly all of them was really, it was okay. But they still managed to score a goal. Anyway, McTominay was probably the man of the match, the best player of the game. He was really good, and it's the same problem we have with Fred, that McTominay and Fred plays really well when they're deployed higher up the pitch, like Fred was against Crystal Palace, and he scored a goal, and also against Leeds, and also McTominay when he played against Leeds, and we won that one 5-1, and also today we won 3-1, mostly because of McTominay. And all the interesting things happened in the first half. In the second half, nothing of note that to happen. It's just one of those where we need to improve on, or we need to close down games more. When we were very comfortable until the third goal, until we conceded that one goal by Lennon. And yeah, the defending was the low point. The defending was really disappointing in the game, and it could be really, really represented by the goal we conceded. And especially, I don't want to shine light on the players, but the defense was terrible throughout. So the goal was a mistake from Eric Bailly, and then he went through the middle to Matic, to Maguire, and then scored. And that was really an encapsulation that captures all the problems we have in defense right now. It we can simplify it as Bai, who made the mistake, is always a 50-50. He is never a guarantee. We can never fully trust him because he's always doing something wild. I think he did a step over in the second half to beat a player in his own penalty box, which is Bai in a nutshell. And also Matic played really well. He played really deep in the midfield that allows McTominay to go forward. He played really well. He was really commanding. He kept the midfield stable, strong, and he kept the defense really, solid. He tells the player where to go. He even tells Maguire where to go, and he is the captain. But that's all he is. His physical isn't what it used to be, obviously. He isn't as agile. He isn't as quick on his feet. He isn't as good as intercepting the ball anymore, and that's just the lack of defensive midfielder that we have other than Matic. So yeah, it's half and half. And also Harry Maguire, that goal, he went through Matic, and then it's only 1-on-1 against Maguire. And obviously Aaron Lennon, he is like 30, 33, I don't know how old he is, but he's pretty fast. He's known to be fast, that's all he is. And he obviously beat Maguire, who is slow, rigid, he's not very agile, and yeah, slots it to the other side of the goal. And that's the problem with Maguire. As good as he is passing, as he is in the air, as good as he is when he wants to dribble the ball out to attack, that's just his, he lacks that defense. He's just not that good defender. And he has his ups and downs. And yeah, Luke Shaw, he was in his pre-Euro form. He was really, really great. And there was a lot of attack coming down the left. We'll talk about Jadon Sancho. And a lot of attack was coming down the left with Jadon Sancho, with Greenwood. Luke Shaw supported them all the way until the 90th minute, brilliantly in attacking wise. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka was, his decent usual self. But as always, he's never looks comfortable on the ball. He's never looked comfortable high on the attacking pitch, and he's just, his attacking runs into nowhere. He gives the impression that he's running overlapping or underlapping, but he never really, when he gets the ball, he doesn't know what to do with it, or he just, he kind of goes halfway because he doesn't really want to come in the attacking because, he doesn't know what to do when he has the ball. But yeah, enough about the defense. The attacking was the high point. The four, that was Cavani, Ronaldo, Greenwood, and Sancho, was brilliant. Cavani, as usual, his bulldog-like approach. He is always willing to cover for his teammates. He's willing to find spaces in the attack that keeps defenders guessing, and he's brilliant as usual. He's really good. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in January, but he's been a really good servant for Manchester United. 17 goals last season will not be forgotten. And Cristiano Ronaldo, he was his usual self. He got an assist and a goal. That's guaranteed from Cristiano Ronaldo. He was a bit wasteful. He missed a lot of chance, and he was frustrated again with the Newcastle game, but mostly to himself rather than to the other players, like the last game. Yeah, and Jadon Sancho, from the left. I wanted to talk about this. Jadon Sancho, he almost scored a goal. In the 30th minute, I think he got the ball, or 1-2 passing with Luke Shaw, and then, he shot. Curling effort, he got a deflection from Ben Mee that guided it into the goal, and it was given as an own goal to Ben Mee. But yeah, he was involved in the game a lot throughout the attack, especially in the first 30 minutes, was always through the left side, but with him, there was a lot of times where he had the ball because a lot of the attacks were just from to the left, and he never once beat a player in that first half. Second half also a bit, and he just, it's a confidence thing. He couldn't dribble past the player. He didn't have the speed. It was definitely a confidence thing, and I know that he isn't playing to his full potential from what I've seen during his time in Dortmund and England. I know how good he is at dribbling in small spaces. I know how good he is in the penalty box. So I think there's something that he needs to overcome. But other than that, he played really well. Mason Greenwood is also there. I thought he would be dropped since he's out of form with the likes of Rashford, Bruno in the last couple of games, and Fred, but he wasn't. He kept on, on the pitch, and he played okay. He played great, and the thing that I loved during the game was every time he made a good cross or he made a good cross field goal from the right to the left or the left to the right, Cavani is always there encouraging him, telling him he did a good job, clapping, giving thumbs up. And that's what exactly he needs as a 20-year-old in this, this pressure of being a Manchester United player and the pressure of in the media that you are a Manchester United player. So yeah, overall it was really good. I like that the fact that Jadon Sancho and Greenwood are truly wingers, so they were wide the whole game. They switched sides a lot, and when Greenwood switched to the left, he cuts inside on the right. He had a shot, and yeah, that was really good overall. Man of the match has to be to McTominay. The worst players on the match, I couldn't pick one it was probably from anyone from Burnley, other than Wayne Hennessy, and probably Aaron Lennon. He was apologies. He played kind of free roam in a 4-4-1-1, and yeah, was really great at keeping our defenders guessing, especially Maguire. But yeah, well, that's all from me for this year. I know that one now. I have another match in January, so I'll see you next time.